Awesome. So welcome, everyone. Today is the first day of Pro Concepts, our podcast for Professional Concepts Insurance Agency. We go by the acronym PCIA. So PCIA, we're based out of Brighton, Michigan, and I've got some of my favorite folks in the room with me. I've got other favorite folks that are manning the office back there, and our agency, we focus on commercial insurance for professional service organizations. We specialize in dealing with architects and engineers, environmental, CPA firms, law firms, and technology type firms. Technology is our newest vertical. We represent about 1,000 professional firms, and on our tagline on our website is, insurance is boring, but we are not. And I can assure you we will not be boring for you because we do not do anything that is boring. So with me today, I've got Teresa Falzetti. Say hi, Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
I got Jamie Piercy.
Hi, Mike.
And Jennifer Brandt.
Hi, Mike.
And Jennifer goes by Jen, so I'll refer to her as Jen going forward. So, we're here to kind of share some of the concepts behind our agency and the types of firms we work with and what we do for those firms. But at the end of the day, I think it's all about the people. And so that you get to know us a little bit, I'll share with you the background on the agency. So we've been around since 1988. And a lady by the name of Kim Fricke started the agency back in 1988. She moved here from Louisville, Kentucky with 2 little kids, and I actually was one of those little kids. And so she started the agency and had 0 clients. And now at this time, we've got close to 1,000 professional firms that we work with day in and day out. Our firms are all over the world, and we deal with everyone from a sole practitioner to we've got firms that do hundreds of millions a year in revenue and everything in between. And we like to say we handle the insurance and watch out for them and worry about it so that they don't have to. That's our number one goal, is just to take on any and all responsibilities that we possibly can just to make life easier on our clients. Because at the end of the day, my wife is a school teacher, and from her perspective, people that aren't in the insurance industry, it's a very odd industry. I mean, I don't know if you all would agree with that.
Right.
But it's a very, very, very odd industry. And so agency's been around since 88. We originally worked with architects and engineers only in environmental firms. And then it has grown into working with the CPA firms and then the law firms and now the technology firms. And so something fun about me, we said we'd each share something fun about us. I'm a new to boating. So I have, I bought a Tritune actually. And so I'm brand new. Like I've had a boat out 9 times in my life. Before buying the boat, I had only taken out a fishing boat. I do not like when anyone goes by me very fast and causes a wave. That's me on the boat. My kids don't like it. They're like, why aren't we tubing by this point, Dad? And I'm like, I'm still getting used to this. So that's kind of a little fun fact about me.
Go about 10 miles an hour.
Oh, gosh.
Total grandpa.
My favorite thing is just to go along the perimeter of the lake and look at the houses and, talk and, that kind of thing. But the kids want to go fast. We're just not there yet. So
You like the sunset cruises.
Exactly. I think I'm 90 when it comes to a boat, So, all right. So I'm going to introduce the other folks here with me. First, I'm going to start with Jamie Piercy. Jamie joined us 11 years ago. I think it's almost 11 years. 11 years
It'll
in
be
September.
11 years in September.
In September, yeah. So Jamie, share some of your background with us.
So, hello, everyone. My background is I actually started at the agency as a receptionist, answering phones and doing just administrative work, and slowly moved up to an office admin. No, what is
Account administrator. Oh, I'm sorry.
Jamie's mad at herself. She couldn't remember the title.
No,
and then I think she shushed Teresa. Shush.
No, I was shushing myself. No, it was myself. Like, how could I not remember that? But
it's been a long time ago.
I know, it was a very long time ago. So started answering phones, then moved on to office administration work, and then account manager, then account executive, and now I'm vice president. So
amazing.
I know. Yeah. I've come a long way, and from answering phones to now doing contract reviews and seminars for our clients, and obviously working on the renewals with our clients and things like that. It's just a completely different world from where I started. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you do a phenomenal job. And you got licensed like 10 years ago, I'm thinking now. I think you were with us maybe about a year before you got licensed.
Yeah, pretty close to that.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
And you specialize in working with the architects and engineers?
I do.
Yep.
I do. That's my specialty. I think the whole 11 years I've actually been with PCIA, I think I've only worked on the with the engineers and architects. I don't think I've done much with CPA and law firms at all. Maybe maybe dabbled in it, but really my focus has been with design firms.
Sure.
Also, Jamie, you also do things with the associations, right?
Yeah, we're very involved with ACC and AIA and all of those great associations that we're happy to be part of.
Yeah. Awesome.
I think it's awesome that you've done every job in the office, every single one. So you can be empathetic towards everyone.
I know. The funny thing about that, though, is that technology has changed so much since I started that now going back to those duties I used to do in the past, I forget, or they've changed, or technology is different. And so I don't even know how to do some of the things that I did 5 years ago that other folks in the office are doing now.
Very fast.
Yeah. We've evolved.
Did you ever think that you would be doing seminars?
No, absolutely.
I don't know how that happened. I don't really.
Mike basically put me to the end of the cliff and hit me and said, "Go." I mean, honestly, I probably put up more of a fight than anyone. I didn't think I could do it, and I'm so shy, and I don't like to speak in front of people. But after Dale Carnegie and some other things that I did, it just, I got in my groove, and now it's my thing. Actually, it's probably one of my favorite things to do with our clients. We get to know each other, and it's great. It's great to get in their offices and meet everyone and just have those conversations.
Jamie's always been one that I feel like I've always had to nudge a little bit. I know she's got it in her. I can see it. And I'm like, so we'll schedule something. And then miraculously, Mike didn't feel so good that day. So Jamie's got to do it. You know what I mean? And
you pull that every couple of years. So
taking you out of your comfort zone, right?
And then she soars, and then she takes off, and it's been amazing to watch. So some of my favorite people in the industry are folks that have done every job, because it's like once you've done everything, you just have a whole better perspective on it, and that goes for waitressing or whatever the case might be. It's like then you're at a restaurant and you see a waiter or waitress, and you know how tough that's been, right? And so I love that about Jamie's background.
I think it's a great starting place for learning, though. You really get to grasp the whys and the hows and putting those puzzle pieces together, where if you started as an executive or an account manager, you kind of miss some of those things.
Sure.
So I think that was really part of the success that I've had with PCIA, is really where I started.
Yeah.
I do think that I've had the privilege of watching you grow from I wasn't there when you were a receptionist, but I came in just as you got licensed, and you were very shy and very hiding in the corner in the cubicle, and I kept trying to pull her out, but it was amazing. It's amazing what you've done.
Sure.
Thank
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So, Teresa, you joined us 8 years ago. I think
8 years since September, just about the same time that Jamie started. Her and I have the same month.
Sure. I know you've been in insurance literally since you were 17. Is that
cavemen?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my very first job was in the insurance industry when I was a co-op job. I don't know if you all remember co-op jobs in high school. So I went to high school half a day, and I worked at an insurance agency. And at that point, I thought, I'm never doing this when I grow up. Sure. And then it just kind of grabbed a hold of me, and I started as a receptionist, just did the little things, got the coffee, cleaned the bathrooms, did all those fun things. And then I moved on. I had a really short stint at a different place, a doctor's office, and then back into the insurance industry.
Yeah. It's funny. Insurance is one of those things that once you get into it, most people, they never leave, I mean, it typically everybody falls into it. I'm one of those oddballs where I actually got my degree in insurance. And
there's very few people that go into college to be an insurance person. But yes. I have to say that once you're in it for quite a few years, like I was, you begin to get interested in it, and you become good at it and understanding it, because insurance is very misunderstood by the general public. So once I started personal lines, car and home insurance, then commercial lines, and then professional services, there's a lot of different things in the insurance industry. So it is very interesting. There's a lot of different things that you can learn from it.
And it's something that everyone needs.
Mm-hmm. Everybody needs it, so it's a good business to be in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So as an agency, we're 100% commercial, so we don't do any kind of personal insurance, but we've got, it's funny, I think Teresa gets more requests from anybody out of our clients as far as, hey, can you at least look at my homeowner's insurance? In fact, I think I just gave you mine maybe 2 weeks ago. And I said, so what am I missing? And she came back with it all redlined. And I'm like, oh gosh, I'm missing some things in here. So she's, it's great to have that knowledge, even though we don't offer that type of coverage. We've got some really good agencies locally that specialize in those areas. It's just not a focus for us as a group, but so 100% commercial on our end. And then we've got Jen Brent. Jen is one of our newest members. She joined us about 2 years ago. Jen joined, I want to say it was like 3 months before COVID started.
Yeah, I came in December, and about 2 days in, everybody in the office got very, very sick. Yeah. And so we're thinking that maybe that was our COVID in the office.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that was kind of we had a young gentleman that thought, he needed to be in there, and I think he just spread it and got us all sick, unfortunately.
I'm coming if I'm sick because he doesn't want to lose his job.
Every cough and sneeze, we're like, why is he coming in here today?
Right. And this was all pre-COVID, so. But anyway, so Jen joined us, and Jen actually moved here from the Indianapolis area.
Yes.
Indiana.
Yes, from Indianapolis, and moved our kids and decided that I was going to go back to work.
Sure.
So here I am, and I'm in the business development for PCIA. I joined the family about 1.5 years ago.
Sure.
And it's just been a really fun experience with everyone. We have really good times, and
absolutely. Yeah. No, it's been, Jen does a lot with the associations and setting up meetings and, just really keeping the agency connected, making sure that our clients are taken care of. And if there's any prospective firms that need our assistance, she gets the right people, on the call with them or in person. We are starting to do a lot more in-person things now, which has been, thank goodness. I think the staff was tired of seeing me in the office there, but, we've still got staff working out of their homes, and actually Jen was one of the few that when everyone went home, we sent everyone home before it was actually declared in our state, because we didn't know what was going on. But Jen was one of those ones. She has 3 little dogs at home, and she came into my office and she said, I really need to come into the office instead of working from home.
I need to stay focused.
Yes, and so Jen's been in there since day one, since COVID hit, I'm saying, and that was great. So we got through it, all of us, and I think everybody's healthy and all that good stuff. Do you have something you want to say? Oh, Teresa just gave me a fist. I thought she was going to punch me. I wasn't sure what was going on over here. So
we are excited about getting Mike out of the office.
So Pro Concept, so our podcast, we've got lots of plans for the future. We've got all kinds of cool guests that are way more interesting than us, but some really cool guests out in the industry that we'd like to pull in from the different clients that we work with to the associations. And again, we promise not to make this boring, because we don't want to listen to anything boring, and we know our the folks attending our podcast don't either. So that's our plan going forward. And I just realized I was the only one that shared anything fun about myself. You guys had one job.
We skipped that.
Jamie had one job, and that was to share something fun about herself, and she skipped
fun.
it.
I know.
So.
I know. I've been racking my brain all night. Like, what can I come up with? No, okay, I will share something. So there is one thing about me that probably not a single client would know, and I don't know that anyone really, besides the people that
I know.
Well, we've worked together for a very long time. So people in office.
I knew it from day one.
Or my family. So I have like a food sensitivity issue. Like
sound
sensitivity syndrome. It's a thing.
Yeah,
it's a real thing. So like chewing, tapping, scraping.
Is this self-diagnosed or?
No, it's a legit thing. Oh. It is. It's like nails on a chalkboard for me. But literally, I mean, people in my house love crunchy foods. My husband loves crunchy foods. The boys love crunchy foods. It drives me berserko. So people cannot, as long as I'm eating with you, it's fine.
Sure.
But if I'm not eating with you, it's not okay.
You can't crunch alone.
No.
So we do it on purpose, just so that we could drive Jamie crazy.
Literally, I can hear it it's like radar ears. I can hear it from across the room.
Fritos, anything we can get that's really crunchy.
It's terrible. No, really. My husband teases me that he even feels like he can't breathe around
I was just going to ask, do you allow Bill to breathe?
No. The other day he was eating a container of yogurt, and just the spoon hitting the plastic container, I had to walk out of the room. Or I'll like look over him with bug eyes so he knows that like he's making some sort of noise. It's terrible. So yeah,
you need to get surround sound in your house, so you just have music playing at all times.
Right? Yeah. No, my nephew's got it too, where he has to actually eat dinner in a different room with headphones on.
Oh,
I'm being serious.
Wow.
I know. No, it must run in the family or something. But no, that's true. So that is like my one thing that I think people don't know unless, you're super close
And
to
I
me.
sit right by Jamie whenever Jamie's in the office, so I have to be
You're-
very, very careful.
You're super good about that. You always like are conscious, like, am I being too
Jen
loud?
Jen is very conscious of everybody else,
Yes.
which is a very nice trait that she's got. I, on the other hand, will be sending all of our clients almonds so that when you come in for seminars, that they can be eating almonds.
My face is just like on fire.
That's how Jen and I are a little different. She takes the nice side. I take
You
the side
don't.
like
I know.
let's have fun with this.
I know it's terrible.
All right, Teresa. So how about you? Tell us something fun about something fun of interest.
Well, something that everybody knows about me. It's really not about me. It's about my family. But something my family, PCIA family, and the people close to me know is that we have an entertainer in our household. So it's quite comical. I've had my husband's an entertainer. He's a musician. He's an artist.
It's amazing.
He's got all those crazy whatever side of the brain that I don't have. So I'm not even allowed to sing in church. I can't even lip sync. So it's that bad. But he's Elvis entertainer. He does Jersey Boys. So it's kind of fun. But it's
Super fun.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of funny too because I've been on Zoom meetings and I forget to change my background. My husband has a band room at home downstairs and I've got Elvis, stand-up Elvis, Marilyn Monroe, and all these big caricatures of people behind me. And one time Mike's like, you need to put your virtual background on because the clients are staring at Elvis.
There's a lot of Elvis like paraphernalia
There
around
is.
that whole room.
Oh, sure.
I mean, he's a collector
Right.
of Elvis goods.
Yeah, he's got everything Elvis he's got a Mr. Potato Head Elvis. He's got, there's everything and anything you could ever think of Elvis in my house. So it's quite interesting. And
Well, he's very good. I've actually been to a couple of his programs. I think Jamie, you've been to a couple.
I've been.
Oh, Jen's okay, and Jen's been there too. I mean, standing ovation. People have lost their mind when Dave is in the room.
The
It's
women
like,
go crazy.
oh yeah, Elvis is here, and everyone else, stand to the side.
Elvis is in the building.
it does make us money sometimes with those women.
That's so funny. So how did that start with him? Like, where does that come from? Because a lot of times, mothers, as you're growing up, you're listening to Elvis. Where did
So
his
did-
love for Elvis come
So
in?
he was a musician from the age of like 12. He was in a teen band, a teen hop band, way back in the day when they had the teen hops. And so in high school, when he became a teacher, in high school they had a talent show. And first he did Boy George, imagine that. But then he got a group of friends together and they wanted him to do an Elvis impersonation, and that was the end of it. So
Wow.
he was really good at it.
didn't know that.
And he sort of kind of looked like him with the
sure.
darker hair. So yeah,
And the
so that
chops.
became a big thing.
His
Yeah,
side
he used to have a 16-piece band, and I mean they would go to Vegas and all over the place.
Wow.
But he's toned it down a little bit now.
Sure, yeah. So that was high school, you're saying?
And he taught high school after he started as a musician in when he was 12.
Oh,
so
okay.
once he became a teacher.
Oh, once he became a- I see.
that's when he did the talent show.
So
I
I have
gotcha.
to ask, how did you meet? Did you meet while he was doing Elvis, or
No, we did meet someplace else, but he said he was an Elvis impersonator. I'm like, that's a line. That's a good line.
That's a line if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, and then he said, well, you need to come out. I'm doing it was when the Elvis cologne came out at JCPenney's. He's like, I'm doing this promotion. And then I said, okay, I got to go to this. So my sister, my girlfriend, and we went. I was so hysterical laughing that they had to take me away.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
They had to take me away. It was hilarious. But I mean, because I'm like, this guy, and then it was Elvis. So it was very funny.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's
Dave's
very unique.
Dave's a great
Yeah.
guy for sure. Very creative. I mean, you
Yes.
can tell when you talk to him.
Yep. He's got his master's in art, so he's got all, he can draw, he can sketch. So if I say I want a blue wall in the house, he'll be like, no, that's not aesthetically correct. And I'm like, okay.
All right, Jen, tell us something fun about you.
So about a month ago, we got a Jeep Wrangler.
Nice.
And it has been so much fun. And we have that we call it topless because it's a Jeep thing. You call it topless whenever you have the roof down. So it's been a lot of fun.
Nice.
And I kind of get just a little stressed out whenever I'm going past other Jeeps and I do the Jeep wave and they're not waving, and it's kind of like, is it like a Jeep shame? Is it like a Jeep wave? Am I supposed to like say, hey, So
It's like the Jeep wave, like...
Oh,
it's like a peace sign.
It's a peace sign.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's not
yeah.
like
I didn't know that either.
I thought it was like hang loose or something.
So
I worded it like that, yeah.
Yeah, so before I got the Jeep, I got on this group, and there's this thing called ducking Jeeps. So you go around and you have you get these little rubber ducks, and you write something on it like, hey, awesome duck, keep ducking, and then it's like hashtag whatever, and you go to a website.
You wouldn't say duck you or anything like that.
I mean, you could,
Right.
but I probably wouldn't. So I went and I got all these ducks, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to be one of those people.
What do you do? You throw them
So what you do is you go and you see a Jeep that's setting out. You see it's a Wrangler, so you see a Jeep Wrangler and it's setting out, and you just grab your duck and you kind of put it on the door handle of the Jeep, and it's just kind of to make somebody's day or to spread the
never heard of
love or
this.
to share some love and some kindness.
I'm picturing Jen throwing
That's what I
ducks at Jeeps.
So I haven't done this yet because I'm like, what if somebody thinks that I'm going to go trying to rob their car or so, and
I
it's
like
not
the
really
throwing
hit
them
Brighton
idea.
yet because I haven't been ducked yet. So
You could just walk by and just flip it in.
yeah.
Nobody
And some
will.
people do.
See, it's funny because I thought the wave for the Wrangler was just with one finger, because every so often I get one finger and I'm like, and so I give them the peace symbol back, but little did I know I'm actually doing the right
You're
way.
doing the right-
So I
you're
need to
doing the right
teach
way.
them. That's
Yes.
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, you
So
got to
I'm
teach them
teaching
the peace sign instead of the other sign. Yeah. Yeah. So we've had a lot
I
of fun.
don't know
with
what sign you're referring to.
It's like one finger. I don't know what I did wrong. I'm behind you. What did I do?
So it's just a Jeep thing, right?
Yeah,
That's what I've learned.
Yeah, cool. All right. So at the agency, we do a lot of fun things, usually on a quarterly basis. We come up with different things. We're also big contributors. I think, Teresa, you're an ambassador for
I'm
United
an
Way?
ambassador, but also I'm on the United Way Day of Caring committee.
On the committee, okay. So the United Way Day of Caring, we've done this for years, and we have some hilarious stories over the years that we've encountered through that. But tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's a great day. It's a community-wide, Livingston County. We get about 1,100 volunteers and about 200 job sites, and we spread the people out. PCIA is one of those teams that gets together. They may go to a house and help with cleaning, painting, yard work.
Food delivery, I know I did. Sure.
We put backpacks together. We've gotten school supplies. We do a lot of different things. But it's an awesome day. It happens one day a year. I'm fortunate enough to be on the committee. Jamie's been on the committee with me as well before, and we do site visits, and we go out and talk to a lot of people, and we get to help a lot of people. We can't help them all, but it's a lot of fun. But PCIA's team that day can really knock out a lot of work. There's usually about 10 of us because we include our spouses and kids many times. And we do have hilarious stories.
10 of us. I think we end up having about 20 or 25 people.
Yeah, we do. You're right. Yeah, when we add in our spouses too, so and our kids. So it's a great event, and we absolutely love doing it. We really do.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Or I was going to say, one of the things that I loved about that day when Teresa and I were on the committee together, we were able to go from site to site seeing the work that's been being done and talk to the people, and they're so grateful and so happy to have people coming to help them. I mean, they're in desperate need, and just to see their reactions, it was definitely like that awesome feel-good day.
Sure.
Even when we go to the site and we help, you see that one person and that's great, but really to see how many people are being helped throughout that one day, it's just amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Jamie and I really really did enjoy that piece where we weren't on the team that year. We were able to go site to site, and we took goodie bags to the job sites, so we really enjoyed that.
Oh, nice.
But we had the opportunity last year to do to help a woman in a mobile home that had a lot of work that needed to be done, from power washing a deck to hanging cabinets to rearranging furniture. And she sent in a really, really nice letter. She was very appreciative.
That was a great letter.
Yeah, of everything we did. So I mean, that's one of the things that we do. We do a lot of other things on a quarterly basis. We try to help out at Christmas time, and we do the food pantry and a lot of different things like that.
Sure, yeah. And then in addition, we usually schedule fun things for our spouses and ourselves as a group, and we do, trying to think what some of the last things that we've done.
We had an awesome 90s, 20s party.
How easily I forget about
last
this.
year. It was a roaring 20s party. It was a great Gatsby event. We had a great time. We had a casino fun thing come in, and everybody dressed up like
That was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, I thought. So
Yeah, that was a great event.
I feel like we've done so many different things. I mean, from cooking classes to nature hikes and just, random things around the community. We've had a blast doing as a group.
Sure.
I think one of my favorite was the bowling event. We did. We bowled and we bowled and ate pizza, and that was a lot of fun. But
I think it was the least expensive thing we've ever done as a group.
We had a blast,
and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but the nature hike was a close second. That was a lot of fun too.
Yeah, we zip lined and threw some action in there.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah. But we love to do those team building things. Those are the fun parts of what we do.
Yeah.
It's always nice to get a break from the office and our daily grind to get out and do something fun as a group instead of just, our day-to-day work.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, and I think, what's great about the group is that everybody's still very conscientious about it. So even though, like, say we took a half day off to do something like that, I watch every single person check in their emails and return in phone calls, even if it's, 6 p.m. at night or whatever, just to make sure that our clients are still taken care of. And so I feel like everybody at the agency has that conscientious piece to them that they want to make sure that at the end of the day, the client is always taken care of. And so while we have a lot of fun, I think we also make sure that, the work is done as well. So
Yeah, I think I recall on our nature hike, we had a cyber attack for a client, and it was a big deal. And
I forgot about this.
We handled that. We were able to get them connected with the company, and it was a difficult situation, but we were able to, while we were doing the zip line, we were on the phone talking to the company, but not
At the park.
exactly. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But everybody in this office is conscientious of watching the emails and making sure that they're taking care of the clients.
Sure.
And whether it be during business hours or after business hours.
And I know that this topic specifically, we're going to go in much deeper detail on it in a future podcast on cyber, because we do a ton of cyber coverage in this space for our clients. And so we've got lots of different tips and techniques and things that we're going to share with the group on a future podcast. So I think that'll be good. That'll be a really good topic.
Yeah, and talking about the things we do outside the office, I know that you mentioned the different associations that we get involved with, and we do, I was telling Jamie this morning that or maybe it was you, Mike, I was talking about we do the golf outings so that we can get to know our clients. Sure. And the people that are involved in the association, and I don't golf, but I've been roped into a golf outing, and she said, you don't have to worry about it. All you have to do is hit a ball. Right. And I'm like, if it's a baseball, I can hit it, but a golf ball, I'm not so sure. So
maybe you should drive the beer cart. I have done that multiple times.
You've measured the...
And I've measured, yes, at like a hole closest to the hole and that kind of a thing. But yeah, driving the beer cart is a blast.
That's fun. I did one time volunteer at a golf outing, and they sat me at the hole-in-one, and it was like 40 degrees out that day.
Oh, gosh.
And I had to sit there and watch the hole. So just to make sure if someone got a hole-in-one and they were telling the truth.
We know about that, don't we,
people
Mike?
cheat.
Yeah.
They do cheat.
Oh, they do.
Pick the ball up, throw it in.
We don't know anything about that.
No, we don't know anything about that.
No, but we do get involved with our associations, whether it be golf outings or just
committee
individual
work.
events.
Do a lot of committee work for different groups. So we participate in ACEC for the engineers, AIA, ASCE. We do stuff with MAF, Michigan
ALA?
Architectural Foundation, ALA for the attorneys or for the legal professionals, and CPA FMA. Used to be known as AAA, but now it's CPA FMA. But
one great event that we did, and we did it every year until COVID hit, but it is the event at the Detroit Zoo for the ALA. And Jamie and I did it one year. Mike and I done it together, and I can't remember if we did it the year before, but the year Jamie and I did it, we were dressed up as safari girls or whatever it was, and we had a blast. But last year, Mike and I dressed up as he was
Fred,
and I was
Daphne
from Scooby-Doo.
Right.
And we had Scooby-Doo too. The
I
real
saw that
Scooby-Doo.
picture and it was awesome.
It was quite comical. So we thought we had it in the bag to win best booth.
Yes.
But we didn't win best booth. We won best costumes, which I was glad because that red wig drove me crazy for a long time. But that was a fun event, and it's great because you're with the clients and you're, getting around and talking to a lot of people. So
yeah.
that was fun too.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun until we saw the other group walk in as Scooby-Doo
Yes,
again.
I know. They weren't nearly as
Teresa wanted to take them out in the back, in the back parking lot, and I said that would be inappropriate.
Dang it. My Daphne dress was much nicer. And our Scooby-Doo was, I think we won the costume contest.
Yeah, oh yeah. We did fine.
We were happy.
We did fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, all right, friends, thank you for having us. This is Pro Concepts. You can reach us directly at 1-800-969-4041. Hit 0 and one of the staff members will answer the phone and get you connected to the right person to help you. Appreciate everyone being with us today. Our website address, so you've got that as well, is www.pciaonline.com. So PCIAonline.com. Thank you, friends. Bye-bye.